Welcome to this video. My name is Mark Scythian. The date today is September 12th, 2024. This video is going to focus on the gastrointestinal tract, which is equal to 90% of the human immune system. So after food is digested in the stomach, it passes through into the small intestine, which functions as a fuel delivery system, then discharging nutrition through the wall of the small intestine, also known as the villi, into the bloodstream. The blood then delivers the nutrition to the body cells. The cells then harness the nutrition for energy and also to replicate the cell, replacing old cells with new cells. So as this process takes place and energy is delivered into the body through the small intestine, the spent particles are then passed into the large intestine, which is the waste intestine, and then solid metabolites via the lymphatic system, after passing from the blood to the cell then to the lymphatic system, deliver the solid metabolites into the large intestine, and this then all accumulates into feces. So what is very dangerous is to have a dehydrated colon, which leads to constipation, because then this waste, the feces, will not only stick to the walls of the large intestine, but can also discharge back into the bloodstream. And so then all sorts of internal diseases, fungus, and parasites and or E. coli can build up, which then leads to contributing to the four major chronic illnesses: the heart disease, stroke, cancer, and diabetes. And so you don't want to get caught in that trap. And the way to prevent that is to consume 1.5 gallons of purified water or distilled water or reverse osmosis purified water over an 18-hour period. And so that's about 10 volume ounces of water per hour. So if you do that, you will push enough water through the bloodstream, not only cleaning up cells, but remnant water will then pass hydrostatically into the large intestine and then start to lubricate and break away the feces from sticking to the walls of the large intestine. And then you have very good bowel movements. And then that is indicative of removing the disease-causing toxins from your body. So when we have excess dehydration or less than 10 ounces per water, 10 volume ounces of water per hour throughout all waking hours, we are then going to increase the toxicity concentration and then lead to the chronic diseases. So health is actually very simple, but sometimes simple things like breathing is autonomic. However, there is some commitments the human being has to dedicate to themselves if they care about their health and their wealth and their livelihood, and that is to consume 10 volume ounces of water, 10 as in 10, almost 12, we'll say 10 volume ounces of purified water per hour. And make sure it's purified water, not tap water, because there's over 600 compounds that cities do not even test for. So unless you're using spectral analysis down to the water's crystalline structure, which is something the city will not do, there'll be a few things they test for and that's it. So as for what you're getting in the tap water, it's unknown. So that could be gastroenteritis contributing feces in the water that may not be screened out or filtered out because it's not even tested for. So it's unknown. And so getting sick is a form of toxicity. It is not something that just happens. It's always cause and effect. So just to be safe, to rule out any other causative factors, only stick to purified water. Now, distilled water is good because it is all water, no electrolytes. Distilled water will not conduct electricity, but the minute you put distilled water in your mouth and you swallow it, the minute it goes in your mouth, down your esophagus into your stomach, it's already absorbing salts and minerals from your body into that water, thus making it electrolytic and conductive. So drinking distilled water with food or sea salt, because sea salt's going to have sodium chloride, potassium chloride, magnesium chloride, and calcium chloride, trace elements. And so you get a very well-balanced electrolytic load with sea salt, unlike the table salt, but it really doesn't matter. As long as you're consuming distilled water with food, it's all good. Now, if you're real adamant about your electrolytes, then you can omit the distilled water and then go and get purified water, either through already purified water at supermarkets in 1 gallon, 1 and 5 gallon containers, or you can elect to have reverse osmosis water purification. So 10 volume ounces per hour, and this is all you need. And the immune system in your body, which is an elaborate drainage system, is what it really boils down to. So the truth is never complicated. The truth is always simple. So what is the human immune system? It is essentially an elaborate drainage system. So if you didn't have enough water going down the drainage system in your house, and you had very minimal water, you'll notice that if you have a septic tank, you run into a lot of problems. So the same is true with the human body, is that as you wash your external body, what's more important is to keep your internal body clean and get all the waste out, because then there's no catalyst to develop disease in the body. So if you were doing 10 ounces of purified water per hour over all 18 hours you're awake, it will be very, very hard to get sick. So that is the function of the GI tract. It's a waste removal system, and hence it is 90% of what we call the immune system in the human body. Thank you for watching this video, and have a great day.